So I'm out here in Delaney Hall, and folks were hosting a protest, and as usual, most of these folks are holding ICE agents and people accountable who come here and who are complicit. And I want to always tell people that when you come out to these protests, everybody's doing different things. But recently, the Newark Police Department was working with some of the ICE officers to get some of the employees inside, and this is where you see their cars out here. I mean, the mayor said they weren't going to collaborate, but as you can see, there's a whole lot of collaboration happening out here in front of Delaney Hall. So we don't know what's taking place right here. I'm just walking down the street. In Delaney Hall, there's two sides. There's this side, and then there's this side over here. So I'm headed over here right now. To see what's happening. I'll turn over the camera so you can see. So, don't know what's happening. Just know that the ICE officers came out and now Newark Police is across the street, and then you got the ICE officers who are on this side, and then you got the people who are kind of in between. Also, there was an announcement that they're no longer allowing PPE and face masks or anything to that effect to come in anymore, which I don't even know if that's constitutional, because how can you not allow people to bring masks in with them, especially when they're out here getting pepper sprayed? So I don't know. I have no idea what's happening, but all you see is Newark Police Department is lined out here on this side, and then you got ICE officers who are out over here. You know what is crazy about all of this? It's just that, like, literally, there's no need or reason for ICE to be outside. Like, every time I think about it, like, what exactly is ICE defending? Like, they'll just come out, grab people, beat people up. It's like, what exactly are they defending? Like, these buildings have barbed wires, right? There's gates all around. They got weapons and pepper spray. You know, it's like, it's completely, this makes completely no sense sometimes. And as you can see, like, they have paintballs. There's, I don't even know if there's real ammo or there's fully automatic guns, but they have a whole gate system. I mean, again, it just makes no sense for these officers to even be out this way. It makes zero sense, to be honest with you. So, one of the reasons I stay out here is because I think it's important that people see faith leaders present. And just because something gets rowdy and something gets chaotic doesn't mean that you bounce and you leave. You have to learn how to stick through even in the areas you disagree with. So right now, I think you don't have to be out here, but guess what? If you care about humanity, you care about others, you care about the people, you know, there's a way that you can be involved and you can be engaged. But you don't have to participate in everything happening.
Give me my megaphone. Can I please have my megaphone?
Anyway, it's copacetic. There's a pepper spray out here. Newark police officers left. But we still out here. And as I said to you before, everybody here, these are people who care. These are people who care. These are people who are standing with people in Delaney Hall. They're not the enemy. You know, so just continue to remember that. Don't let the media allow you to dehumanize these people. These are sisters, these are brothers, these are students, these are professionals, these are reporters, these are folks who are on social media platforms. These are people who are just trying to raise concern. These are people who care. These are people who are angry. These are people who've lost loved ones, folks and family members who have been deported, folks who have been detained. You know, these are people who are activists, people who are organizers, people who are medics. We're not even talking about the medical professions who are out here. We have nurses, we have medical assistants, we have doctors who want to show up. Why do you think sometimes people cover their face? It's because they don't want people to know that you're easy to get doxxed out here. And one of the reasons why people show up sometimes with their face covered is because they want to be a part of the solution, but also they're afraid to lose their jobs. And we've seen how sometimes people out here, you have these mediums who are covering stuff, who are pushing propaganda, and who are lying. And guess what? These people end up getting targeted. These people end up losing their jobs. But anyways, as I want to say, everybody you see out here is making a sacrifice. Everybody out here is putting their bodies in the line. They're putting their reputations in the line. They know that the media demonizes them. They know that the media and people are talking about them. They know that they're being called ungodly and people who are just trying to destroy public property. No. All of these people here are people who care. They care about humanity. They care about others, right? They are protecting each other. When somebody's pepper sprayed, everybody here steps up. When somebody is hurt, the medics go to protect them, to flush their eyes, to give them food, to give them resources. And this is this is what we call community, right? People of different faiths, different beliefs out here. And no, it's not perfect. You're going to have people who disagree. You're going to have people who are debating. You're going to have people who have different tactics. That's okay. Look at our families. We all have different beliefs and different tactics that we use in our own family members. We don't even get along with our aunts and uncles and our brothers and sisters. So whenever people say like these protests should be kumbaya, your own family events are not kumbaya. I've seen people fight at funerals, and I've seen people fight at weddings and disagree at barbecues, at Sunday dinners. Like, we see that all the time. So why is it that there's this expectation of I don't know, perfection when it comes out to here? No, it's not perfect, you know? And this is not a perfect society. But more importantly, folks, we got to talk about a big elephant in the room. The reason why I love people out here is because what they're showing is they're willing to fight for their freedoms. They're willing to fight for their rights. They're willing to fight for democracy. They're willing to fight for humanity. Why? Because we have a president in office that at any given moment he can seize power and try to become the first freaking U.S. dictator. And when that happens, guess what we're going to need? We're going to need people at the front line fighting like hell, and not normalizing it, not staying home, not staying quiet, not staying complicit. And so every time you demonize one of these sisters and brothers who are out here, who are fighting for justice, what you're doing is working against your own interests. And I just want to encourage you all just not to participate in the propaganda of demonizing beautiful people who are out here. You think people are making money out here? You think people are getting rich out here? You think there's a whole bunch of jobs and opportunities out here? You think that, like, you know, faith leaders are getting an opportunity to pastor a mega church out here? No, you're making a sacrifice when you're out here, you know? And so I just want everybody to know, regardless of what's happening out here, the question is, what's happening with you? What's happening with you? What are you doing to amplify what's happening in Delaney Hall? What's happening all around this country? What's happening in Cop City? What's happening in jails and prisons all throughout the state of New Jersey? So, again, make sure you're connecting with grassroots organizations. We have Faith in New Jersey that is doing great work. We have Resistencia in New Jersey who is doing great work. We have Cosecha who is doing great work. These are beautiful people, beautiful organizations who are doing the work, who are putting their bodies in line, who are coordinating, who are getting faith communities, who are doing deportation defense, who are doing rapid response. Like, support them. Go to their websites. Follow them online. Share their stuff. This is all we ask. It takes nothing to share people's information. It takes nothing to support folks and these organizations. They're going to need your support. And there have many organizations who are raising the concerns about prisons and detention centers and jails all across New Jersey, in New York, in Minnesota, in Alabama, in Louisiana. Like, support them. It takes nothing to follow them online and retweet them and share their information. This is bigger than Delaney Hall. This is what's happening all around our country. This is part of mass incarceration, mass deportation, mass detention. This is how the oligarchs make their money, right? We just allocated more billions of dollars to the Department of Homeland Security. What is going to happen? You're going to have more money going towards kidnapping citizens and residents, and you're going to have more money going towards having more ICE officers out on all of our streets. And if you care about the future, it's about what you're doing today, what you're doing now. And so we're asking all of us to step up, stand up, join these organizations, support these organizations, support the medics. We have medics who are providing care for people here, who are providing care for when people are pepper sprayed. Support them. You know, you can drop off a bottle of water somewhere. You don't have to just be in the protest, in the demonstration, but you could do your part, right? And if you're a faith leader, speak on the humanity of these people out here. Don't buy into the propaganda of demonizing your own sister and brothers. Talk about what Jesus would say if he was here today. I believe that if Jesus was here at this very moment, physically on earth, he would be here in Delaney. He would be talking to sisters and brothers of different beliefs. He would be humanizing them. He would be encouraging them. He would be talking about the kingdom of God, which is focused on justice. That's what he would be talking about. He would not be talking about tithes and offerings. He wouldn't be talking about, you know, the quote-unquote peace that gives all the power to the state. He would be out here standing with the people, talking to the people, engaging to the people. And yes, he would not be converting them. He would be working with them, lining up with them, talking to them, engaging them. Everything doesn't always have to be some proselytization. I feel like we always have this in Christianity and other faith too, but like, we're always trying to proselytize people. This is not the time to proselytize people. This is the time to love people. People are out here. They lost loved ones. They lost family members. Some of their family members are detained. Some of their friends have been detained. Some of their college buddies have been detained. And we've seen that. We've seen that with the Palestinian demonstrations in school and how ICE was used to target foreign students and international students. Like, we see that happening, folks. Like, don't allow propaganda to use you to make these people evil. These people are dope. These people are good. These people are godly. They're making a sacrifice. They're putting their bodies in the line. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too. Yes. And I mean, like, listen, I'm by myself out here. There's not a whole lot of faith leaders out here. I think Eric, I think Faith in New Jersey, they're organizing faith leaders. Sometimes faith leaders come during the day and they pray, and that's beautiful. But listen, man, like, this is why I always tell people, you can't believe in a powerful God. You can't believe in an amazing God. You can't believe in a God that can do all miracles. And when it's time to come out to something like this, to come out to Cop City, to come out to Michigan, to come out to Chicago, to come out when people are organizing in Louisiana, when come out with anything, you scared. Like, what happened to all that godliness? Godly can't be powerful during Sunday services only. God has to be powerful all the time. God has to be powerful within you. And my point is saying it's not that we're not afraid. At any given moment, they can come back out here and start shooting us and pepper spraying us and incarcerate us and lock us up with charges. But this is the risk that we have to take sometimes. And I'm not saying that everybody has to take this risk, but like, you don't have to take this risk. You could be out here praying with people. You could be out here encouraging people. I got here and a woman had pepper spray over her contacts. Her eyes was bloodshot red. And guess what? They didn't have any car. I offered to take her to the hospital. Like, no, I wasn't even here yet. I just walked in. But that is my responsibility. I didn't have to preach a message. I didn't have to give a Bible study. I didn't have to do anything. I had to just encourage her. I just had to make sure that she was okay. You know, I didn't have to tell her about Jesus. No, I had to make sure that she knew that somebody cared about her enough to put them in a car and take them to the hospital. And that's what people are looking for. People are not looking for, like, you to be, you know, this amazing individual, this holy, spiritual, the now person. They're looking for you to be a human being. Nobody out here has the answers. You think everybody out here has the answers? We don't got the answers. Nobody has the answers. Nobody has the answers out here. What are we going to do? We're fighting fascism and authoritarianism. Right? People don't know what to do, but I love what Harry Belafonte said. He said, I don't know. We didn't know. He was talking about Martin Luther King, and he was talking about the movement. And he said to him, and I'm out Delaney Hall. I'm in Newark, New Jersey, Delaney Hall, out here with some of the folks who care about justice and freedom and humanity. But back to Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte said, listen, we didn't know what we were doing during the civil rights movement. We didn't have the answers. We didn't have all the resources. We didn't know what the future would hold. But you know what Harry Belafonte said? And I loved it. He said, we didn't know what we were doing, but we knew we had to do something. And that's the thing, folks. Perfection is the enemy of good. We're not trying to be perfect out here. We're not trying to be perfect out here. We're just trying to do good. According to my faith, I'm trying to do what is righteous. What is righteous? What is right? On a Friday, I could have been home chilling. I could have been home sleeping. I could have been eating. I could have been kicking it. I could have been in the movies. I could have been in New York City, relaxing. But I'm out here with the people. I'm out here with the families. I'm out here with humanity. I'm trying to show my humanity. I'm trying to show solidarity. And it's not cute. Yeah, I'm out here in a full collar. I'm out here in a collar, homie. This is how I look. I'm in a clergy collar. And guess what? People don't like clergy leaders, and rightfully so. And they should have problems with them. But guess what? I'm still out here, and I'm showing up. Because it ain't about being perfect. This ain't about me. This is about those right here. The ones in this window right here. Their hands keep showing up. They get inspired when they see people and they hear you and they chant. This is what we should be doing. This is where we should be at. Let me read this comments. Yes, empathy is the answer. The people united. Yes, empathy. Can you empathize? Right? Can you empathize with people? Can we empathize? And I feel like sometimes we've closed our humanity. We've closed our systems. We feel it deeply. We know what is right. We know what is wrong. But we've closed it down sometimes. I don't have all the answers here, but I know I'm showing up. I'm present. I don't have the answers. Anybody want to tell me what the answers are? I don't have the answers. Because this is Washington, D.C. This is Trump. This is a whole regime that are making billions of dollars, that are exploiting people, who are helping corporations all around this country make money off the backs of our people. I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm here. I know I'm not going to let anybody demonize these folks. I'm not someone of faith, but but it's awesome to see someone who actually upholding what they put. Amen, brother. Like, yeah, man. Like, we're just trying. We're just trying. But let me just say this. Even if I wasn't a minister or elder, even if I wasn't licensed, even if I didn't go to seminary, there's something in my heart. There's something in my gut that allows me to always care when people go through things. And all of us need to continue tapping into that. That's the most important thing. That is faith. That is spirituality. That is divine. It's knowing that I don't have to know the text. I don't have to know the Quran. I don't have to know the Bible. I don't have to know everything. But one thing I know is if this person hurts, that I should feel it too. And it doesn't have to wait for it to become my mom, my dad. If it wasn't in Oklahoma, I'll be there right next to you. Brother, we know you'll be here, man. But the thing is this, folks. If you can't be out here, right, there's something you can do home. Because I guarantee you in Oklahoma, check out those jails. Check out those prisons. Check out those jails and those prisons. There's a car coming out right now. There's a car coming out. Usually when cars come out, people try to block the cars because they call them complicit. But I think this car right here is someone who's bringing medical supplies. Yeah. But how do you get a chance to see the people in there?
What, the inmates?
Yeah.
No, you don't see the inmates.
Okay.
I leave it at the front desk.
Okay. Thank you, man. Yeah, that was a brother who is responsible for bringing medication inside. And why are people out here? It's because they were not getting their medication. So you had literally people with diabetes who couldn't get their medication. I think they said, what, for every 80 people, there was one doctor? Or 800 people, one of those. Look up the numbers. But come on now, can you imagine, like, you got thyroid issues, you got diabetes? Matter of fact, not you. Think about your mom right now. Think about your dad right now. They got thyroid issues. They got diabetes. They got blood pressure issues. And they're not getting their medication. What would you be doing? You would be screaming, crying, sending emails? No. But the people are here. Out here. This is what we need. This is what strikes fear in people. Let me be honest with you, folks. I don't know what message that we've received, but we got to get over it. These folks don't listen to a bunch of emails. They don't. They listen when we put our bodies on the line, when we speak up, when we stand up, when we show up, when we build organizations and we build institutions and we collectively do this. This is what causes change. Back to my point. Yes, you don't have to be here at Delaney Hall. We want you out here. Tomorrow's another day. Saturday is another day. We're waiting for the demands. Pay attention. Follow organizations like Faith in New Jersey. Follow organizations like Resistencia in New Jersey. Follow organizations like Cosecha. These are organizations that have been doing this work from the inception. They've been out here way before this week. They've been out here for years, right? Not just in Delaney Hall, but covering all these detention centers all around New Jersey and showing solidarity with what's happening around the country. But again, I want to encourage you all. This is bigger than Delaney Hall. This is about standing in solidarity with people who are incarcerated and exploited and who are facing the same and worse conditions all throughout New Jersey, New York, the South, the West, the Midwest, the North. Like, we have to be concerned with them. And the reason why you continue to hear a demonization of people who are incarcerated is because corporations need dehumanization to work for their interests, right? Because if we continue to demonize others, then guess what we can do? We can exploit them. You can't exploit somebody who somebody thinks is a human being. They'd be like, that's wrong. You know, it's like you trying to exploit an infant. You know, they'd be like, oh my gosh, that's wrong. That's a kid. But over the years, if I tell you that infant is a drug dealer, is illegal, is bad, is a criminal, I could do whatever I want with that. Yep. So folks are here right now. I'm going to switch up the camera. I'll do some little narrating. They're out here right now. I don't know if there was a shift change that happened recently, but folks are in front of these gates. But if you look above here, this is the windows where sometimes you'll see people show up and they'll wave their hands and they'll say, and this is the letter, they say they see us when we're out here. They say they remember us. They say thank you. They say thank you for being out here. Thank you for standing with us. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making noise. Thank you for singing songs. Thank you for praying. Thank you for calling the elected officials. Thank you for challenging Homeland Security. Thank you for pushing up against Trump. And this is why everything is connected. When you vote, you're standing with people who are here and incarcerated all around the country. So, to be honest with you, this gets heartbreaking sometimes. And I get sad. I really do. Let me read this comment. Any questions? If you have any questions, you could just post your questions. I'll try to answer them. I'm right there with you. I've tried so much logic and reason and explanations and relatable examples, and my dad and brother still don't get it. Yeah, we get it. But guess what? I know it hurts sometimes not to see people that you love get it. But that's why sometimes we have to build new community. Do you realize how many other people there are who get you, who understand you? There's so many other people that love you, that won't trivialize you. And so sometimes I think we waste too much time on people who don't get us and probably will never, ever get us. And I honestly think that sometimes it's not that people don't get it. It's just that these situations create very painful moments for the people who that we love, right? Like, they don't have the answers. They don't know what to do. You know, they want to do business as usual. But look at this country. There's no business as usual. Like, we are facing full-blown fascism and authoritarianism. And we got to get ourselves together. But join communities. Get with people. I hope voting is enough when the time comes. If the time comes, honestly. No, voting is never enough. Voting is never the solution. Voting is a tool. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, that's pepper spray. Yeah, they've been spraying pepper spray out here, so I didn't get hit directly. I'm saying that was indirectly. But yeah, voting is never enough. It's never going to be enough to vote. Yeah. Voting is never enough. So right here, the people are making a wall because they don't want these cars who are ICE officers or who work for the Department of Homeland Security, who and remember, there's a long history of these folks in there complaining about getting beat, getting spray paint, getting pepper sprayed, and every time we show up, they try to beat them even more so they can silence them. And so when people are hearing, like, you got to hit the whole story. It's these folks are just not here creating problems. Like, they're really trying to send a message that if you harm them inside, we will hold you accountable. Let's just everybody take 1 second. If you're on this live, just take 1 second. Think about your mother or your father and your sister and your brother and your favorite cousin. Imagine they were locked up right there. Imagine they were locked up right there. And they were getting beat and raped and sexually assaulted. And they were getting pepper sprayed with no one around them. Wouldn't you want people to show up like this for them? Wouldn't you want somebody to be yelling your mother's name and your father's name and saying, don't treat them this way? I'd be in jail. Exactly. So why are we confused why people are out here? Why are we confused? Why? Why are we so confused? I have no idea. We are just so confused sometimes. And I don't think we're confused. I just think that we're missing the empathy card. We're missing the empathy card. We know that if our family members were locked up and they were pepper spraying them and they were beating them and were sexually assaulting them, we know we would want people out here. We know we would want people out here. And they're telling people, quit your job. This is bigger than Delaney Hall. This is way bigger than Delaney Hall. This is about fascism, folks. This is about Trump is going to do this all around the country if we don't stand up, if we don't prepare to resist and fight back. Quit your job. And we know, yes, it's hard for people to quit their job, but we have to make people reflect. Quit your job. Yes. When was the last time somebody came to you and said, hey, you need to quit your job? Your job is evil. Like, you know it's bad when people are telling you quit your job. I say that to police officers all the time. Quit your job. Resistencia. Yes. Again, everybody look at Resistencia's comment. Follow them online. Make sure you share their stuff. They are the real deal. They are a real organization. Everybody, please follow Resistencia in Acción, New Jersey. They are one of the leaders out here in Delaney Hall and on immigration. They are doing rapid response teams. They are doing deportation defense. They are doing education trainings. Follow them if you want to learn. If you got questions, they defend Latinos. They defend black people. They defend Europeans. They defend Africans. Everybody up in the nation. I mean, they're just a dope organization. I think they're one of the most premier immigrant organizations in the state of New Jersey. Most of the work that they do is in Central Jersey, in Mercer County and in Princeton. So check them out. They are, come on, brother, follow them, man. They are gangsters. They don't play that. I love gangsters. And then I think make sure you follow Cosecha 2, New Jersey. They are a dope organization leading this work, talking to the families, publishing the letters that are being written by the people who are detained. And for those who joined us, they don't know what's going on. This is Delaney Hall. We're outside Delaney Hall in Newark. We've been out here for days, according to recent reports, but to be honest, it's years. If you count like organizations that have just been out here for many years, in and out Delaney Hall and other detention centers across New Jersey. And okay, Radio Jornalera. Okay, follow them too. They gangsters. They cover. They always are live. They always out here recording what's taking place. They are always participating, giving you live coverage, giving you interviews. So right now there's a standoff. Let's see what happens. There's a car trying to move, and this is the danger right here. Yeah, this is the danger. Car, no care. Yeah. Yeah, these are cars driving through. Oh, wait. Wait. No, wait. Stop! Hey, watch out! Hey, don't push him this way. Someone's on the floor. Don't push him this way. Someone's coming. Let them move. Just don't push him in the floor. All right, you got him. Is he good? Is he okay? All right, so look. Let's do top. Everybody, you gotta move. Yeah, gotta move. Okay.
That's the best
So
option.
yeah, I know. So okay, folks, that was just the action that took place. Sorry. And this is that's just my instinct. I know I put myself in danger, but somebody got hit by a car, and I just wanted to provide care and support them. But as you can see, some of these officers, they are guilty. They come in, they come out, and this is the second person today that they've hit with their car. Well, they're checking on this person. I don't want to put them on camera, but they're checking on this person. This person was hit. I think there's something they experienced an injury, but yeah, they experienced an injury. I don't know what injury though, but yeah, man.
That car decided to turn this way and completely
Yeah. I'm so glad medics are there. Yes. And this is what I was saying in my other video, that's why medics out here are so important. And so whenever you hear about medics being out here, sometimes you hear like people say like they're this and they're that. No, they're essential. When you are getting shot in your face with a rubber bullet, when you are getting when you're getting pepper sprayed and you don't know what to do, that's a consistent burn that's happening in your face. When you are when you are hit by a car, it is the medics that offer the support that you need, you know? So yeah, man, this is just a sad situation that I mean, let's just think about this like more from a philosophical standpoint. So you got people out here, right? They are standing up. Why are people out here? It's because our state has failed us. You're trying to tell me there's no apparatus to stop the kidnappings? Right? Like, do you realize that ICE can kidnap you at any given moment? Right? Like, do you realize that at any given time an ICE officer can snatch you and your family up and you have no support? Like, do you realize that your family member could get put into this detention center as a citizen? And what? You got to wait, what? A month, 2 months, 3 months? You got to get lawyers. You got to pay fees. You got to call out of work. Like, this is what folks are doing. These folks are out here because our state has failed to protect us. Right? Our state has failed to protect us. What is the mechanisms for protecting our family members who are being raped in these facilities? All right. What is the mechanism to prevent our family members from getting kidnapped, literally on the streets as they head to work? What is the mechanism to stop these exploitation by corporations that extract and make their money and their record profits off the back of poor black and brown people? What is the mechanism, folks? So when we say, why are folks out here? Why are people demonstrating? Why are putting people, their bodies in the line? It's because the state has failed us, whether we want to recognize that or not. It's a massive failure. A massive failure. A massive failure. A massive failure. The Second Amendment, yeah. This is New Jersey, though. We gotta. Not every state is equal. Not every state is equal, man. You know, this is not an open carry state. Some states you can't open carry. You know?
Are you nervous now that one of your people ran somebody over?
Yeah. But yeah, man, this is just beyond bananas, folks. Some more peanut, keep it, have as much for a bag. Yeah. Fair is not all Oklahoma. Fair, it's not all Oklahoma. Okay, got you. Hey, what's up, police? For those who are joining, I'm outside Delaney Hall. It is 11 a.m. and people are out here protesting, demonstrating. If you're looking at these walls right here, this is where you can see people come out. This is where they wave their hands. This is where they thank you for showing up. The reason why people are out here is because there's a hunger strike going on in this detention center because of the conditions. They want to meet with the governor. They want their foods to stop being spoiled and rotten. They've been giving them rotten and spoiled food. As you know, there's been sexual assaults, not just, I don't know about Delaney Hall, but all throughout the country. ICE officers have been raping folks in these prisons, and some of them impregnated women. And what's worst of all, this is slave labor. You have a lot of corporations who are making these people work against their will in order to get money. Sometimes they have to clean, sometimes they have to cook, sometimes they have to clean and cook. They have to inhale dangerous chemicals. So this is the reason why people are out here. And so, to be honest with you, this gets heartbreaking sometimes, you know. But as I was saying before, you know, when you look at these people who are out here, these are students, these are professionals, these are sisters, they are brothers, they're parents, they are media, they're reporters, these are people who care, these are community leaders, these are activists, these are demonstrators, some of them are faith leaders, some of them are just people who just give a damn, and they don't have all the trainings, but they know that they can't just stay silent. So, man. So, it's just a sad situation, folks. And I'm out here just doing my part because I think it's important. I'll turn the camera a little. I just think it's important to show up. Some people don't want to give it. They don't care that you say you care. You know, they want to know that you're here. They want to know that you're willing to stand with them, even if they don't know you. A person can bypass you and not say anything, but they know when you're here. They know when you're present. They know when you are in solidarity, right? And so this is why I come out here, and this is why I'm present. Yeah, it's not easy. But hold on, let me switch up the mic a little. It's not easy, but also this is not hard. It's not hard to show up. It's not. If the employees act that way to the people outside in public, imagine how they behave inside with our brothers and sisters. Yes, excellent point. Did you see these cars? They're running over people. You know, they don't give a damn about life. We were literally trying to protect somebody who was on the ground, who couldn't move, got hit by a car, and they didn't care. So if they could do that to the folks outside, if they can pepper spray people, if they can shoot people with bullets out here, if they could try to break people's backs and hit them with charge, what do you think they're doing inside? What do you actually think they're doing inside? And this is why when we talk about how ruthless the state is, and this is, mind you, this is a private company. This is a private entity. They got I think it's $1 billion contract from the federal government. So this is not even a federal building. This is an actual private prison that has made their money by incarcerating people. Let me tell you how evil this incarceration system is. Literally, some of these companies can sue the federal government if they don't have enough beds, people in the beds to fill the beds. I'll say that again. They can sue the federal government if there is not enough beds. And so for me, the danger of that is I have to force you to lock up people. I have to force you to lock up people. I have to force you to lock up people to make my money. How you doing? Right? So that's how evil our system is. Oh. Yeah. Well, folks, if you got questions, I'm going to get ready to jump off this live. I might cut up some of the videos and post them up later. But I'm trying not to feel defeated. But, you know, this does get sad sometimes, you know. You know, only because I just believe that we have to be prepared for the future. And in the future, we're going to have to fight just like this, but even more. We're losing our rights in this country. We're losing our constitutional rights. Every day is showing that they don't exist. We're seeing how these systems target black and brown people and poor people. And then they target us, and then they put us at each other. They put us at odds at each other. They make us hate each other. And, oh, thank you so much, Jared. Stay safe. Yes, Jared, you do the same thing. You know. But, yeah, man, they put us at each other. We end up hating each other when we need to be working with each other. Do you realize how many, let me be, a little more fair. But, you have a whole lot of MAGA supporters, right? Trump supporting MAGA folks. They hate liberals and they hate Democrats. But, some of these folks, they ain't got no insurance. They ain't got no dental. They ain't got no health insurance. And they ain't got no jobs. How you hating on me when I'm fighting against the same damn thing? Shouldn't we be working together? But our systems are so strategic at keeping us divided. And so I thank God for those that's that ministry to bridge those gaps. But sometimes I'd be too tired, man, to break stuff down. I'd be telling people you need to Google. Because I'd be tired, man. I'd be like, but seriously, man, you got a whole lot of folks working against their interests. Do you know if white people in this country, not even all white people, if 50% of white people decided to hey, this is enough. This is enough. This country would change overnight. But that's why you see this an attack on public education. That's why folks don't want to give public education. Because when people get intelligent and you get smart and you read and you become a critical thinker, no longer do you belong to a cult. But anyways, folks, just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I just promised myself I would go live a little more to talk a little more about what's happening out here. Talk a little more about the politics, talk about the organizing, talk about the faith traditions. But anyways, I love you. Keep your head up. And I just witnessed two people hug each other. That's the love that happens out here. I love, there's mad love out here. I love it. Thank you, God, for these people. Yeah. Thank God for them. I thank God for everybody out here. I really do. Because I know that if that was my mom behind these bars, I would want people out here too. If that was my father my uncle, I would want people out here too. If that was my brother, that was my neighbor, I would want people out here too. And I just want to thank them. Because we all need somebody, we need community. Yeah. Peace out, folks.